Okay, so this is the second presentation in my series on additional information on beliefs number 26 and 27, dealing with the question, is hell real? Today I'm going to be looking a little more deeply into the Greek and the Hebrew behind the English translation forever. Now, I want to take a look at the word forever in these passages. In the Hebrew and then in the Septuagint Greek, and compare it to the word used for forever over here in Revelation 20 and verse 10. So let's first look at the Hebrew word for forever in Exodus 21:6. I love this tool, the Bible Hub, and so I'm going to use this. Now we'll check the Hebrew. The Hebrew word translated as forever is designated Strong's 5769. Now, as you can see here, it says long duration, antiquity, futurity. The NASB translation, we see here everlasting, forever. Different translations here. Old, permanent, perpetual. Strong's Exhaustive Concordance says always, ancient time, anymore, continuance, eternal, for, everlasting. But then it also says here long time. Now, as you can see in the NAS translation for Exodus 21:6, it actually says, he shall serve him permanently. Permanently. And this translation as well, serve him permanently. So we could see that permanently is obviously different than forever, literally. Forever, endlessly, but permanently. So here we see this definition come into play there. Long duration. Long duration. And as we saw with this translation, we see here permanently. Which is very different from forever in terms of meaning endlessly. Now what we'll do is we'll look at this verse. This is another website, blueletterbible.org, very helpful. This is the Septuagint. And according to this, is ton Iona. Now, if we go to Revelation 20 verse 10. Now here Revelation 20 verse 10, it says forever and ever. And it says istos ionas ton ionon. And we could see once again, Exodus 21:6, the translation of in the Greek of Exodus 21:6, is ton aiona. The word is used, G165. And here we have 165. So here designated in Strong's 165. Forever, outline of biblical usage. Perpetuity of time. Eternity. Age. Worlds. Universe. Iston aiona is the Greek way of saying forever. Iston aiona. So this is the Greek way of saying forever in the Septuagint. Iston aiona. Aion is translated as age. And so in the Greek of Revelation 20 verse 10 is istus aionas ton aionon. And that is to the ages of the ages. And that's the way it is translated to say forever and ever. It says here in Revelation 29 and 10, they went up on the breadth of the earth, these are the wicked, and surrounded the camp of the saints and the beloved city. The fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. The devil who deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone where the beast and the false prophet are, and they will be tormented, now he see, day and night forever and ever. Now it mentions forever and ever. Istus aionas ton aionon. To the ages of the ages. But does that mean the wicked are going to be burning forever and ever? With this fire that comes down from heaven from God? Well, clearly, the burning of the wicked and their torment comes to an end. It's very clear from Revelation 21, 1 through 4. It tells us, "Now I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. Also there was no more sea. Then I, John, saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they will be his people. God himself will be with them and be their God." Now this is the clincher. "And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. There shall be no more pain." No more pain. It's very clear. "For the former things have passed away." So clearly, the wicked are not going to be burning forever and ever. The understanding that hell is some place where the demons are torturing people and there's fire burning and people are burning and suffering forever and ever and demons are... that is not a biblical idea. The devil and the demons are going to be destroyed in the fire, and the fire comes from God. From God. And consumes them until they are destroyed. And then there is no more of that left. Let's take a look at this one. Jonah 2:6 in the Hebrew and the Greek. Jonah 2:6. And this is the Greek. And the Greek word here is aionios. Aionios. Everlasting. Forever. Whereas the Hebrew, the word translated as forever is 5769. Olam. We saw that the word could be translated permanently, but obviously for Jonah, it wasn't forever. He was in the belly of the fish for 3 days. As it says in Jonah 1:17, 3 days and 3 nights. So for Exodus 21:6, as you can see, the New International translates it as servant for life, which is the context. But here we see forever. But it is the same word. 5769 used in Jonah 2:6. The same word is used. But as we saw in the Greek, Jonah 2:6, aionios. We will now look at 1 Samuel 1:22. Once again, it's the same word. In the Septuagint, again, expression using aeonos. Ever could be translated as world. In the King James translated, never, evermore, age, eternal. Let's look at 1 Samuel 2:35. That is the Septuagint. And let's go to Bible Hub. Now here, the word is different. It is all, and translated as forever is a word that is 3117 of the Strongs. Yom, day. And you could see this word is translated as day. Day. So all day. We look back. All forever or all day. But it is translated in the English forever. How is it translated here? It is translated with the word day, emeras. So let's take a look at the Hebrew and Greek of Isaiah 34:10, where we see in the New King James Version the words forever and forever and ever. And going into the Bible Hub, we again see that the word for forever is the same word that we've seen used before in other passages like Exodus 21:6. We do a quick look and we'll see that. But when we see here forever and ever, it shall lie waste forever and ever. This word is a different word. Eminence, enduring, everlasting, perpetuity. And we see now it is In the NASB translation, always, end, eternally, ever, forever, glory, limit, never, perpetual, strength, victories are translated in different ways based on the context. In the Brenton's Septuagint translation, which is a translation from the Greek, Isaiah 34:10 is this: and it shall never be quenched, her smoke shall go up, it shall be made desolate throughout her generations. Going to the Blue Letter Bible, and we can see that iston aiona, the Greek expression that has been translated forever, is used here earlier in the verse. Iston aiona, which is often translated as forever. And so this obviously is a Greek translation of the Old Testament. So Hebrew thinkers, Jewish writers, but using Greek language, saw fit to use the Greek expression iston aiona here for the Hebrew expressed with this word, olam, in the earlier portion. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, the year of recompense for the cause of Zion. Its streams shall be turned into pitch, and its dust into brimstone. Its land shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched day or night. Its smoke shall ascend forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. No one shall pass through it forever and ever. Now, the Andrews Study Bible says this: the devastation of Edom is presented as lasting forever, burning day and night, a concept commonly associated with an eternally burning hell. But Edom did not burn forever. In biblical usage, such language intends to convey the idea not that the fire will never go out, but that it cannot be put out by any other means than completely consuming what it is burning until there is nothing left. And dealing with the word forever literally means an indefinite period of time, the limits of which must be determined by the nature of the person, thing, or circumstance to which it is applied. For Jonah, as I read the passage earlier, for Jonah in the belly of the fish, forever, Jonah 2:6, was 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah 1:17. As it relates to humans, the word often means as long as a person lives. Exodus 21:6, 1 Samuel 1:22-28. So, we looked at Exodus 21:6. We also looked at Jonah 2:6. We looked at 1 Samuel 1 and verse 22. I also put 35 in there. And so, once again, it literally means an indefinite period of time, the limits of which must be determined by the nature of the person, thing, or circumstance to which it is applied. So, again, to make it clear, we have to understand that when we are looking at the Bible, context is very important to understand. Context is very important. Sometimes we take a word, we look at an English translation, and we say, oh, it must mean forever, must mean endless, but context and words are translated in different ways based on context. So forever, as we have seen, could mean for a really long time. It could mean permanently. It does not have to mean an endless period of time. And as we've looked at these passages, we actually see that in the context of these passages, it is not referring, what is translated as forever is not referring to an endless period of time. Well, I hope this was a blessing for you. Stay tuned for the next part in this series. God bless.